Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Mark, and I am back with episode 2 of Path of Exile Betrayal. We are down in the Submerged Passage, which is where we left off last time. I went ahead and went back and I ran around the areas we had just cleared, mostly because I wanted to pick up some junk and maybe get some more currency for us. I didn't really get too much. I got a couple ID scrolls, which I used to ID the stuff that had accumulated in our stash, and none of it was really that useful. So, kind of a wasted effort. But you know, we'll get more stuff as we go, and there we go. So these little white items, I'm going to pick up some of these just because we can make ID scrolls out of those. They're really just not really that worth it, but early days, we're desperate, you know, starving convicts and all that. What we're looking for here first is the flooded depths, which is, I'm sure, that doorway down there that I just saw. And we have leveled again. So just so you know how the map works, the map overlay is this transparent thing that you see popping up from time to time. When it's not over the main play area, it's up here in the upper left corner, and it shows you what's around, and it has little icons that let you know when there's stuff like this doorway that we can go through. And this is going to lead to the flooded depths. But before we go down there, I want to go and spend our next skill point, because that is going to give us more damage and attack and cast speed and some stats. So this is a good node to grab. We're just going to take it and be good to go for the flooded depths. Whoops. If I could actually click on the flooded depths, we would be good to go. Right. So now all we're looking for is the giant crab down here that Tarly told us about. And monsters here are level 6 and we are level 7, so there's not a lot of point to killing everything here, but we will kill some stuff. There are diminishing returns on XP, so as you get higher level than the things you're killing, the amount of XP you earn from them is reduced. But of course, if you don't kill anything, you don't get drops, and we want drops. This looks like it might be the right place. And if you notice that item laying on the ground there, that vest is both superior and it's high lit, and it's high lit because it has 3 connected gem sockets, and those gem sockets are all different colors. So that's going to give us a specific type of currency when we sell it. And it's the type of currency we want, so I'm definitely picking that up to sell. I'm going to pick this shrine up because it's going to inflict damage on everything around me. Oh, an alchemy orb. That's a nice early game find. Alchemy lets you turn a normal item into a rare item with random modifiers. There's our boss. And so our shrine was good timing, because that's going to really help us kill this guy quickly. And that was an easy kill. There's nothing really there I want, but I will take these smaller items. And we will head out. So our next phase is to find the way forward. We don't care about Frost Wall, but we do care about these stairs. One of the shortcuts for getting through this map is knowing that those stairs lead to the way forward. and it's not always immediate, but eventually those will lead you on. So if you're looking for the flooded depths and you find those stairs, turn around, because the flooded depths is always on the entry side of those stairs. And there's our way out. So we're on the ledge. And the ledge is just a nice, straight, relatively narrow ledge. One side you've got a cliff, the other side you've got the ocean. And just for a minute, I'm going to pause and look at the water, because I really like the water in this game. I don't even have my graphics settings turned up full, and I think it just looks nice. So, one of the really nice things about Path of Exile is they are constantly adding to the game. The biggest way they do that is the league structure. You know, they run, I think it's 3, maybe 4 leagues a year. And every league, like Betrayal, for example, adds the little hideouts and the Immortal Syndicate. Every league adds features like that, and in many cases, those features roll into the standard game. So there's always new things coming into the game. So it makes for a nice change to play over time. You know, you can get bored with just killing monsters sometimes. Well, I guess some people can. I don't really. But having a little change up in what you can do and some of the other things you encounter along the way really brings an extra element to the game. Makes it a lot more fun. And there's a lot of mechanical depth here too. And apparently up there I see another icon for one of those Immortal Syndicate strongholds or something. And apparently we're going to have to kill someone.
Just cracked that I got the best here. Too bad.
Oh, this is Guff again. So we know what we have to do here. We have to kill this door. We have to get inside, and we have to kill this healing totem. Because otherwise he's just going to keep healing.
Oh, me kidney.
Alright, and we've killed Guff. So get rid of that monster before we deal with him. I'm going to grab those boots because they might have move speed on them. And this time
I'm
think...
no Clipe, but sometimes talking is better than, dying. So just give little old Guff a chance to jabber, and I guarantee that you will learn a thing or two.
Okay, so we have the same options as before. We can bargain with him to get... that's going to give us extra fortification intelligence. Jorgen, the guy we interrogated last time, he is still in there for 2 more turns. So yeah, every time we encounter one of these syndicate outposts, I guess counts as a turn. I'm going to go ahead and bargain with him. And
keep your word or lose your head.
Get some stuff. So he's going to give us an amulet, which might be useful. And a mana flask. And that's really all we care about here. I am going to ID this mana flask and go ahead and throw it on our bar. Just so we have a second one. I'm also going to ID this amulet. So that gives us life regen, spell damage, crit, and mana on kill. That's actually a nice little boost for us. So we will... Oops. I'm wondering if this is just a dead end. I think this probably is. But, oh, there's a nice pact kill here. Alright. That was a dead end. Usually when they have structures like this that are part of a specific league or event, they sort of create their own space in the world. So, I actually put this totem on my hotbar and I'm not using it, so I should do that. So that's how totems work. You can see that that's a flame totem, and it's just it's casting a spell for us from a distance. Yeah, I mean, it's a stationary object, and we can walk away from it. So not only does it act as more damage, but it also can serve as a distraction. So we're not the focus of all the action. I'm going to go ahead and go back to town because we have a full inventory and I want to get rid of it. And people have things to tell us.
What little help I can offer is yours.
So I'm going to sell this junk, and we're pretty much at the point where we probably don't need to be picking up all this junk all the time now. I am going to ID these. No movement speed. I'll ID these two because that was... I don't really want to wear heavy armor. But I'm going to ID these because rare items have all these mods, and some of those mods give you better currency. And I'm going to keep that for now. So let's go ahead and take that deal. We will stick all this stuff in our stash, and you can see that the currency tab automatically sorts all our stuff. So we got the alchemy orb, which is going to give us a rare item from a normal item. We have augmentations, which gives a magic or a blue item new modifiers. A chromatic orb, which changes these gem socket colors for us. Sorry. The augmentation orb adds a second modifier to a magic item with one modifier. Let's see if we have any here. See, these all have... Oh, there's one. Looking at this ring, there's a faint line there. I don't know if you can see it really well between the 30 maximum life and the 17 maximum mana. The maximum life is sort of the intrinsic modifier of a coral ring, so it doesn't really count. If I were to use this augmentation on this, we would get another modifier down below the line that brings it up to the maximum of 2 that blue magic items can have. So rare items, which we don't have any there's one. Rare items can actually have up to 6 modifiers on them, and there are additional ways to get modifiers stuck on there other than the base number, but that's the general rule. We're also going to turn in our XP, and we're going down this life node, which is going to give us a nice life boost. We're at 223 now, and doing that gives us 291, so that's a pretty decent boost. And we need to turn in our quest, and to do that we talk to Tarly.
You managed to kill a granddaddy crab. A pity you couldn't lug it up out of the caves for us. Could have made quite the chowder out of it. No matter. We've got one less reason to fear the dark, and I've got one more thing to thank you for.
And he's actually going to give us a book of skill, which gives us another skill point in our passive tree. So let's go ahead and right click and spend that, and we are going to go... I think we're going to go this way, yeah. Because we're going to go up to here and up to here. And then I believe we're going to cut down this direction. Pick up this life. And then we're going to end up going up this tree to get to our ancestral bond. So this is our short, well, medium-term goal here. So let's go ahead. I guess I should actually spend that point. And we will head back out. There's some more lore for us over here. Let's go listen to some lore.
The earth of Wraeclast rejects the dead. The black spirit of storm and dream now reaches into the ground and raises up our slain imperial foes. It leads the fallen from their graves and drives them to fight us beyond the end, rotted tooth and jagged nail. Our own remembered have joined their cursed ranks. No longer may we give our beloved to the birds, messengers of spirit to the sky, conveyors of flesh to the earth. Calm has commanded us to destroy our remembered with axe and fire. Calm is the bravest of us, willing to bear the ire of the ancestors for the survival of his people.
Things are not going well for the Kaori. To be honest, things don't go well for most of the people of Wraeclast. It's a somewhat depressing place. Monster level is only 6 here, so we're well above that now. We are level 9, so I am going to bypass a lot of this stuff. I will actually kill... Whoops. I will actually kill him, because I wanted these scrolls more than anything. Oops, but I'm not going to bypass that. This is one of those old League mechanics that I was talking about before. These are essences, and there's a monster stuck in here that we're going to break out, and once he comes out, when we kill him, he's going to drop an essence for us, which lets us enchant magic items with a specific modifier. So there's the Whispering Essence we got, and you can see that it's going to add physical damage to most stuff, which unfortunately isn't a very good modifier for us because we're doing spell damage. Although Glacial Cascade actually does physical damage. So, all right. Let us move on. And just so it's clear, the reason I follow build guides is because the mechanics of Path of Exile are pretty complicated, and I'm more than willing to let other people do the math, essentially. I have a reasonable understanding of the mechanics, but I am in no way an expert at this game. It takes a lifetime. Another bit of currency, which is useful. I'm going to grab that waypoint and then we're going to move on. Because again, we're still, these are still level 7 monsters. There is a little boss fight at the end of this zone, which we will definitely want to do. Oh, and there's a lore for us. Oops. We got too close to the caravan.
I lend you my strength, ally.
There is no honor in this fight, Redblade. Turn back.
Oh, that's Haku. Haku is one of the old masters.
Some things.
All right.
Do not.
That was a pretty long fight. So do we have them both? Yeah, we do. All right. So this little event had two
Like
syndicate
the
members.
phoenix, I will rise once more.
He's smuggling essences. Do we care about essences that much? We really don't. So let's go ahead and interrogate him.
We'll let you smolder behind bars.
Oh, there's
for a
another
while.
one of those veiled items, so that's good. because the veiled items will give us enchants we can unlock. But let's go talk to Haku.
Enough blood has been shed today, warrior. Put down your weapon, and I will offer you an opportunity. There is one in my new tribe I would deceive. Give me a reason to, and I will tell you that which I know about them.
Okay, so he's going to tell us some information about Jorgen, who is the one we have banished down here. Or imprisoned down here. So let's go ahead and bargain with Haku. Alright. And that gave them a relationship now. So I'm seeing how some of this is working. And you can see that we have just a little information here about this safe house, which is sort of the next step of the fight. And we have a little bit here too, because everything we've been hitting so far has been fortification. So starting to see how this works.
Then it is subterfuge, not the most honorable path. But honor lost its value the day Calm cut down 300 of his brothers.
And we got a level out of that, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up increased spell damage and cast speed and crit chance and light radius and strength and intelligence. Another good note. And we're going to move on. And we will go back up here to where we started this mess. And we'll check out the items, which are decent items. Uh-oh. Well, we've just crashed. Okay, we are back. We definitely crashed there, lost connection to the server, and our instance was gone when we came back. Usually when you're in a remote location like this, if you get kicked off or log out for some reason and come back within a few minutes, you can get back to where you were, but ours was gone, so that implies to me that the instance actually died. Let's go ahead and listen to this lore.
The black spirit infects living flesh and bone. The animals suffered first. Their bodies changed, their eyes filled with a hatred of mankind that is beyond instinct. Now it is we who must bend and bow like saplings before the sea-born gale. The firstborn of the kingdom of Calm greeted us this day. The firstborn of the kingdom of Calm was buried this day. Even our children are not spared the black spirit's touch. What have we done to enrage Wraeclast? We look to Calm. Our king will lay the spirit of this land at peace.
Oh, I don't think he will. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. If we run into that flag, I will actually read it, but I think we're near the exit to this zone, and we're actually almost at 30 minutes of an episode again. Oh, we've got another Syndicate stronghold down there. We will definitely go do that because that's what the League's all about. Oh, there is our flag, so hopefully we won't crash this time as we do this stuff. The activation range on these is pretty long, so... Oh, I am frozen. Come back here. Wow, this thing moves fast. Doesn't help that we're running into all the mobs. Like all the mobs. And then she freezes. Ow, man. Well, that one's going to get away. There are just too many other mobs along the way.
I've been waiting.
Oh, this is the exit anyhow. Oh well. It was not going to have gone well in any case if we had to run into this guy. Alright. Let's talk to Navali, because Navali gives us prophecies.
Thank you for freeing me. The Mother of Death likes to play these little tricks on me, to remind me of my place. But she also sent you here to help. Let me return the favor, Exile. We will meet again in town, and then I will help you illuminate your path.
Okay, so we'll run into her again and again. She is in all the towns. I'm going to backtrack because we did run past one. Oh, I may as well kill him too. Not that he dropped much that's any good, but we may as well kill the things. Since this is a game about killing the things, right? Okay, let's go ahead and read this. There is no honor without sacrifice. Lionized Standard. He was mentioned before in our lore. So let's go ahead and keep going.
In this cage, evil claws at the bars and howls for freedom.
And they're telling us to go back to town anyhow, so we will do that. And there is a waypoint in here that I'm going to grab. And as you can see, as we advance through zones, the waypoints unlock along the way, and zones without markers don't have waypoints. So it's relatively easy to navigate around in this game. Yeah, we're definitely getting some lag. There was a queue in place because the announcement said they've got more than 50% more players starting this league than the last, so that's a big jump.
The tale of Brutus was a popular one in the schools of Theopolis, taught in the hopes of deterring students from ambitions not condoned by the Templar. Brutus was warden of Axiom Prison and one of the most feared men in the Eternal Empire. But there the histories end, and the myth begins, with Brutus commissioning a witch to transform him in a mad attempt at immortality. A moment of hubris that didn't end well for anyone. If it's true, then Brutus has my pity. Some of us pay too dearly for our mistakes. Yet if you insist on learning from your own mistakes, then please, take one of these. You might need it.
Alright. Yay, some gems. I think the lightning damage support is what we want. Let's go ahead and sell nothing because we didn't pick anything up. I sold off stuff between episodes, or between the cuts back there.
There's a fine line between man and monster. Brutus, the warden of Axiom Prison, he crossed that line long ago. A big lad, and as you know from Hillock, big lads are slow. Hit and run, that's the way to cut them down to size. Unless there's thaumaturgy involved. Then forget the hitting bit. Just run.
Okay, so I guess we're going to be killing Brutus.
Is it choice that carries you here, or is it fate? I see a need in you. A need to peer into your future. A need to follow the right path. But your future has already been cast. So open your mind and embrace it. Long ago, my people called me a Hatungo, a wise woman. Now they call me a revenant. But it is not my fate to return to the Mother of Death just yet. For now, I stand with one foot in this world, and the other foot in the realm of the dead. I'm an inquirer of the living, and an interpreter of death. I sense you have questions. For a gift of silver, I will answer them. But you seek more than answers. Riches, power. These I can also provide, in a way. All you have to do is join me. Heed my words, but walk your path. The future is mine to tell, but yours to claim. It is time to fulfill your prophecy.
So,
see you soon.
Navali gives you prophecies, and we actually have one of the silver coins that we need to buy a prophecy. So I'm going to buy one just for fun.
Hello. Wreathed in blue sinew, it is protected from the flames, the storms, and the snow alike.
Okay. So this is telling us that if we use an Orb of Transmutation on a ring, shield, or amulet, it will gain resistances. Which means, I don't know that we have any of those. We do. Do we have any white gear on? We do not. So I don't really want to use that just now. What I would like to do is go ahead and, for fun, I'm going to add this added lightning damage to our Frostbolt and go ahead and link these. So the way the skill gem works is you have sort of the basic skill, and that is the active component that you see down here that sort of drives the skill. When you use it, that's what happens. And there are like passive skills that are auras and curses and things like that that aren't, firing projectiles or hitting things with swords. But you also have support skills and the support gems. And support gems, when you link them to skill gems, basically add their effects to the primary skill. And there are just a ton of combinations here to deal with. And I'm not going to delve into this deeply, but basically what this combo here is going to do, and you do need this link in between the two sockets, and the sockets have to be in the same item, of course, to get the benefits. So Frostbolt does cold damage, and added lightning damage support is going to add some lightning damage to our Frostbolt. This is a really suboptimal sort of skill combo here, but I'm going to go ahead and use it because it's better than nothing. I'm going to take a quick look at our quest log. We have 2 outstanding quests. We have to go kill Brutus and find our way past the prison, which is where we are right now. And we've completed all the other quests we've gotten so far. I want to go ahead and spend a skill point, and I think I am going to take... What shall I take? I think I'm going to go ahead and start down this path. That's going to give us a bunch of buffs to physical elemental damage and chances to freeze, shock, and ignite. And it's basically just moving us along our path to get to our ancestral bond, which is our final goal. All right. I think that's a good place to stop for this episode. We have about, that's close to 40 minutes or so of content. I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Hit the notification bell if you want to keep up to date with new videos going out. And leave me a comment if you have any suggestions or thoughts on how this is playing out. Thanks for watching again. Have a good day, and I will see you next time. Bye.